Welcome to the Literally First Class podcast, where I will teach you how to overcome anxiety and achieve somatic success. I'm your host, Keri Ford. I'm a somatic success and holistic life coach here to bring humor, insight, and wisdom to the modern day woman that wants to feel alive in her daily life. You ready? Come on, I saved you a seat in first class. I literally just recorded a fucking podcast and I thought this mic was plugged in. I'm pointing to my Shure mic, only to double check the audio and realized, fuck it, that was my computer audio, computer speakers. Whatever, it's fine. Everything's fine. Pets' heads are falling off. I try to keep it simple and I have 3 fucking mics. I'm telling you, I have the one headset for filming videos, which is wireless. Then I've got this mic, my Shure mic, which is amazing for podcasts. And then I have my Yeti, which is even better for meditations. They all have a different sound. They all do different things, but y'all, the struggle is real. So I just left the other podcast. It's fine. I just want you guys, the message came through how it needed to come through. And it's actually appropriate because the topic last week, if you haven't listened to that episode, is about fear and how fear talks you out of the very thing that you want sometimes. So yeah, it's interesting. Anyway, I just got done at the time of recording this with our first official call of the Somatic Success Academy. If you are on my socials, on Facebook or Instagram, you saw that I announced this new program. If you're on my email list, you had the opportunity to join this program. And there are already women inside this program that joined during our secret quiet launch during pre-sale, which we offered during the Stress to Superhuman 3-day live event. So I love rewarding women that go first. I love rewarding women that are on my VIP email list because you guys are like my besties. You're in my inner circle. You have come into my world. You have chosen to take the first step in whatever way that looks, whether you're receiving the emails or you're inside one of my trainings. And so you're going to be invited to things first. And when you're invited to things first in my world, I like giving back and I like giving you an incentive that feels really good. So that is super exciting. The call was amazing. It's an intimate group right now, but it's going to grow. And if you're like, what the hell is the Somatic Success Academy? This is going to be the way that you can work with me. I've kind of done something a little crazy. I've never done this before. I'm offering lifetime coaching inside. I talked about this several episodes ago, just kind of hinting at the concept of lifetime coaching. And there's a few reasons why I think this is amazing. And there are a few reasons why I've chosen this path. So for clients that have come into my world, a few things. First, some people, when I've offered 12-week programs back when I used to do those, or even 6-month programs, they'd sign up and then something would happen, right? Like a life thing that you can't control. Someone passes away, a child gets sick, and I'm talking like stuff that's like ongoing or like one thing after the other. You can't control certain circumstances like that. And so what happens is it's like, tick-tock, better hurry up and get the coaching that you invested in before time's up. And then you feel behind or you feel like you've missed out on things. And then it's even harder to show up. I find that there's actually a lot of shame and guilt there. Sometimes, embarrassment for like, gosh, what's the point now? Like I could show up, but I feel like I've missed out on so much with the group. This mostly happens in group programs. One-on-one is a different thing because we can, navigate that individually. But in a group program, if you fall off track, like I don't know what's going on unless you've shared it with the team. And I hate that for you. I hate that you invested in a program and in something that is going to help you, and you can't even show up for the thing that's going to help you because something in life is preventing you from doing that. So offering lifetime coaching feels like a huge win for clients that have things that happen in life. And let's be real, everyone has this. Everybody has stuff that happens. And so to guarantee that you get what you came for, you have access to the coaching ongoing. Next is when you are learning concepts for the first time, it's the first time you're hearing them. It's not an embodied practice. It's not an integrated teaching. It's not even an applied concept that you have taken into your life, even in the form of like, let's say something as small as your morning routine. That hasn't happened yet because you're literally just trying to learn and understand the new concept for the first time. And if you're like me, first of all, I'm a visual learner, but I'm also a very hands-on learner. It requires things being said sometimes different ways, many different ways, repeated over a longer period of time. And it might be like the 7th or 8th time that you're like, I got it before, but like the way you just said it now really landed with me much differently. Like I heard it differently. I was able to receive it differently because now it's not the first time I'm hearing it. It's like the 4th or 5th. So you come into the work of learning practices and new concepts in the beginning, and then you learn how to apply them and integrate them into your life. That takes time. That really takes time. And there are still things that I learn and relearn and forget and remember and constantly I'm going deeper into mastery on because I'm a student for life. I love learning, but also because I want to make sure I really get it and like I feel it and that I embody it. And so lifetime coaching in the Somatic Success Academy is exactly the invitation for that for you, to give you the opportunity to do the same. And the other part of lifetime coaching is that I didn't want there to be an underlying belief or fear, not even fear, but just like an underlying expectation that, at the end of this, Keri's going to come in and try and upsell me into something else. I want you to come into this program and get what you came for because you decided to and you have the time to. Like, it's really like the excuse-proof coaching offer. And there's no upsells unless you want something else that I sell. There are no ongoing membership fees to stay part of the group. You just simply get to be there because you made the investment to be there, period. Its intention is to be a growing community of people, women, and that feels like a life thing. I know a lot of people that I've met in masterminds. I found my best friend in a mastermind. We've continued to stay in touch, and I have loved those friendships and communities. In fact, it's been some of the most valuable takeaways as a result of being part of those groups. It was just elevating my circle. And so I want you to have that too by way of community. This isn't a pay to stay community. It's a join and you're in and that's it, right? And the joining and the energetic exchange for the investment up front is the decision to go through the initiation of doing that for yourself, right? Finally committing to the community that you deserve. So the Somatic Success Academy at the time of this recording is not actually open except for my email list, but by the time you hear this in real life, you will be able to go to my website at Elevate with Keri and join the Somatic Success Academy. Honestly, it is a deal. To work with me in a one-to-one capacity is a 5-figure investment. I work with women that are doing unrealistic, amazing things in the world, and I love that about them. And I also want to work with women that aren't quite there yet, that want to become the 1% woman, that want to be the 1% in their business, whether they're an entrepreneur or in a leadership role of some other capacity. And this is the program where you can create that. So this is the executive level training for your nervous system so that you can have the success that you were actually meant to have. Because I know, and you know, that you were made for more. And I don't say that lightly. I'm I'm so tired of seeing women play small. I reached a point in my own journey where I was like, I'm fucking tired of being defeated before I even try. I'm tired of thinking this dream isn't for me, and I am done with the excuses, and I'm done with not voting myself in to the circles that I belong in. And I want to extend that invitation to you. So if what I'm saying is resonating with you and you feel that somewhere in your body, and that feels like a fuck yes moment for you, you need to go to my website right now and you need to get in on the Somatic Success Academy. It's a one-time investment, guys. You get in, you're there with me for life, including the live coaching. This isn't just the self-paced modules. There's all of that. There's so much juiciness in there, by the way. It is not just you get access to the back-end module course. It is the live coaching. It's everything that you get lifetime access to. The Facebook group, all of it. So run to my website. I want to see you there. We have our calls every Wednesday at 1 p.m. Eastern. And we already have several women inside that are just amazing. I literally sat there on a call this week and I was like, the women that I get to work with, I'm just so grateful. I'm so blessed. These women are doing cool things, and they have not seen themselves in the mirror the way that the world sees them, right? They see this little, the image I'm getting in my mind is they see a cub in the mirror, but they're a lion. They're a lioness. And that is what I see in them. And they're just on the cusp of like this whole expansion that I know is going to set the world on fire. And I just feel really, really blessed to work with women that are just good humans doing cool things that want to make the world a better place. So if that's you and me, we get to meet in the academy. You get to be part of that. That place is your home, and that is the academy that was made for you. So anyway, I wanted to put some context to some things that you probably are seeing. But man, it's so crazy to me how even in conversations leading up to the academy, talking with some women in the DMs and having some one-off conversations, really to just get the temperature of who's coming into my world and what they're struggling with and how they think I can support them, and see if I can, right? To be in integrity, obviously. But it's so interesting. Like, we are so quick as women to vote ourselves out, to disqualify ourselves before we've even had a chance. It's why I recorded last week's episode that if you haven't listened to it yet, go listen, about fear. Fear talks us out of the very thing that we want. And I see this at all levels. I've done it. I have created space where there didn't need to be in lag time on committing to something because I was scared. Don't let fear talk you out of the things that you want. I don't care if it's me or another coach, right? Like, you don't have to work with me to work through your fear. And maybe you're working through your fear isn't even about making investments, but I'm just speaking from my own experience on how that was the initiation that I had to go through to say yes to myself. So anyway, that's what I've got this week. I'm in just celebration mode. I've got clients that just secured $7 million from her investors, that just committed to $7 million of investment money after 3 weeks ago having nobody say yes. She couldn't get anybody to invest. So I'm celebrating that. I'm just celebrating all the women that are saying yes to themselves in the academy. I'm celebrating all the things they're doing in the world. I mean, it's just a cool time. 2023 is exactly how I envisioned it, different than 2022. So I hope you guys have a great week. Let's keep it literally first class.
I hope you enjoyed your flight, and I'll see you on board again soon.
Seriously though, thanks for listening. If you're ready to take this work deeper and upgrade your mind, I want to invite you to join us inside my Millionaire Mindset program. This is where you'll start using my guided meditations to help you overcome anxiety and experience even more abundance. When you join, you'll have access to my entire audio library. Head over to elevatewithkeri.com and we'll see you inside.